Okay, we start. This is time. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Shanno Mitra Samvarunaha Shanno Bhavatvaryama Shanna Indro Brihaspatihi Shanno Vishnurukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvamev Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaram Avatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram Avatu Vaktaram Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanu Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. So we are studying Taittiriya Upanishad, and this is the section where our knowledge is to be translated into our day-to-day activities. So realization, what happens after realization, that we have studied. Now before we start, let us read from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, as it is always, it's a treat. When we read Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, it gives the whole lot of things. And Swami Vivekananda said that we need to study our scriptures with the help of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. So I'll read this, and you'll see how this is related with the scriptures that we study. According to the Vedanta, there is no incarnation of God. The Vedantists say that Rama and Krishna are but two waves in the ocean of Satchidananda. So when we take the principle, truth, then individuality, when even Sri Krishna said, I am Aja, unborn, Ajopishan Abhyatma, Bhutanam Ishwaropishan, though I am the master of the whole creation, and I am unborn, but still Prakritim Swam Avashtabhya, I take control of my Prakriti and I create myself. So this is very difficult to understand. Apparently Sri Ramakrishna is sitting in like this posture, you can see. But he is not born. How it is possible? So it is Satchidananda. As we have already in Taittiriya Upanishad we have studied that Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. What is Brahma? Satyam, truth. Truth, absolute truth. Jnanam, knowledge. Anantam, infinite. Is it only words? No. Even we can experience this. Satyam. Satyam is existence. That exists, which is truth. If somebody asks, do you exist? If somebody says, no, you don't exist, no, sir, don't worry. I know I exist. So this is, though we repeat it, but this has significance. That means this is understandable. It is palpable. It is experienceable. Satyam, truth. Jnanam, knowledge. Not that knowledge of things, knowledge of yourself. Are you aware of yourself? Yes, I am aware of myself. This is knowledge. Then, are you aware of the things of the world? Yes. But these things are fleeting. So, Satyam, Jnanam. Are you limited? No, you are not limited. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma. That is Brahman. Sat, Chit, Ananda Swarupa. That is what Sri Ramakrishna says. That Krishna, Rama and Krishna are but two waves in the ocean of Satchidananda. Even you are also a wave of wave in the ocean of Satchidananda. Satchidananda alone is real. All identification is not real. It is coming and going. Even every day it happens. You identify now because you are awake now. But in your deep sleep you forget who you are. In your sleep also you forget. In your dream. Now comes Sri Ramakrishna says what he says. In reality, there are not two. There is only one. Only one. Apparently there are so many beings. And all are different as it were. But actually there are not only. And Upanishad also says this. Neha nanasti kinchana. Here there are not many. Same thing Sri Ramakrishna said. In reality, there are not two. Don't think he is quoting Upanishad. It is his own experience that he is saying. In reality, there are not two. There is only one. A man may call on God by any name. If he is sincere in his prayer, he will certainly reach him. So, in whatever way one wants to trade, he will reach there. Only thing that he should be sincere. That is the only thing, criteria. Sincere, and heart should be yearning for it. Like a child feels for mother. Like a man of world thinks of money. Similarly, this attraction should be there. There is only one. A man may call on God by any name. If he is sincere in his prayer, he will certainly reach him. He will succeed if he has longing. So again Sri Ramakrishna says, well, these people practice so much japa and go to so many places, sacred places, but why are they like this? That means there is no sincerity or there is no longing. That is more important thing. You have wealth. You have received your mantra. Only sincerity, sincere prayer and earnestness, longing, that is important. Once I said to Harish, what is the use of going to Banaras if one does not feel restless for God? And if one feels that longing, then this very place is Banaras. They make so many pilgrimages and repeat the name of God so much, but why do they not realize anything? It is because they have no longing for God. God reveals himself to the devotee if only he calls upon him with a longing heart. At the beginning of a yatra, so that means a drama. So in the beginning, lots of people are eager, they are longing. The people think that now when it will start. Otherwise, they are restless. And when Narada enters with his flute and sings longingly, O Govinda, O my life, O my soul, then Krishna can no longer remain away and appears with the cowherd boys. Now comes. Now this is the when we are that longing, we have that longing for God, then comes realization. But after that what? After that, that some are samadhivan, they are absorbed in samadhi, in peace and bliss, which passeth, there is no comparison of it. But now Sri Ramakrishna says, that, but my dear sir, I am in a peculiar state of mind. My mind constantly descends from the absolute to the relative, and again ascends from the relative to the absolute. So, Nitya and Leela. Nitya means eternal, that is absolute, and Leela means what is, not like us. So we also enjoy this scenario, but we have infatuation or aversion. We are buffeted by this, liking, disliking. But think of Sri Ramakrishna, who is seeing everything is one, but still he loves Naren, he loves Rakhal and devotees. And when he sings the glories of Mother, then he is absorbed. So, there is difference between our experience and Sri Ramakrishna's experience. So, here's what Sri Ramakrishna says, but my dear sir, I am in a peculiar state of mind. My mind constantly descends from the absolute to the relative, and again ascends from the relative to the absolute. The attainment of the absolute is called the knowledge of Brahman. So when one ascends to that state, it's a knowledge of Brahma Jnana. But it is extremely difficult to acquire. A man cannot acquire the knowledge of Brahman unless he completely rids himself of the attachment to the world. When the Divine Mother was born as the daughter of King Himalaya, she showed her various forms to her father. The king said, I want to see Brahman. I want to experience Brahman. Thereupon the Divine Mother said, Father, if that is your desire, then you must seek company of holy men. Why? Because otherwise it's not easy to even comprehend. And in course of time, then one understands the difference. You must go into solitude, away from the world, and now and then live in holy company. Now, why I read all this? One thing is realization. But after realization, then how to interact in this world? That is the point. So Upanishad gives the teaching here, what is to be done. We have already read it, but let me read it again. So annam means whatever is eaten. Whatever is eaten. Eaten means whatever is absorbed. And that is the source of energy. So apparently it is food, but whatever is eaten, say for sometimes the water, that's also kind of whatever is eaten or taken inside. And two things are there, annam and rai. Or we can say that whatever is the source of energy, that is food. So anyway, we'll go forward. Before that, what was that? Annam na parichakshit. That means you should not reject annam. That we have already done. But there was a gap. So I'm better to quickly read. I'll just read the. Okay, so this one. Annam na nindyat. Let him not speak ill of food. Food means source of energy that we absorb. Because that's also expression of Brahman, objectified God. Prana is food. So prana, see how I am speaking. Because I have eaten. If you stop eating, then this prana cannot exist. So these are related things. Prana is food. The body is the eater of food. In prana, the body is established. And again, in the body, prana is maintained. So thus, food is established in food. So both are related. He who knows that food thus rests on food is established in this knowledge. He becomes rich in food and becomes eater of food. He becomes great by children, by cattle and spiritual luster. He becomes great by fame. Okay. Then we go to the annam na parichakshit. Let him not reject food. That is the vow. So that's, many people, what they waste food. That should not be there. This is how to preserve food, because this is the source of energy. So that is the vow. So this attitude should be there. On water rests fire, and in fire rests water. So food rests in food. He who knows that food thus rests on food is established. He becomes. So this is chanda, kind of same thing is similar sentences are repeated. He becomes great by children, by cattle, and by spiritual luster. He becomes great by fame. Why? When you lead a good life, then comes natural, it's the glory comes. A person when follows truth, then glory comes to him. That means, that abhaya also, like he is fearless. So that way glory also will come. He becomes great by children, by cattle, and by spiritual luster. He becomes great by fame. That you can think that this way. Sri Ramakrishna, family of Sri Ramakrishna. It's a big family. Similarly, Jesus Christ, similarly Rama, Krishna, the big following, and everyone they honor and respect him. Now, annam bhav kurbita. Let him acquire plenty of food. That is the vow. The earth is the food and the ether is the consumer of food. On each rests on earth rests the ether, and in the ether the earth is established. So thus food is established in food. He who knows that food thus rests on food is established. He becomes rich in food and becomes eater of food. He becomes great by children, by cattle and spiritual luster. He becomes great by fame. So here two more things are enumerated, Prithivi and Akash. So this Prithvi, this earth, is in Akar, space. And space without Prithvi, without earth, what is a space? So we need both Nitya and Leela, as Sri Ramakrishna said. When mind ascends to that Nitya, then it comes again to this Leela. And similarly, when he cannot stay for long, again his mind will ascend to the Nitya, eternal. So, these are not too different, as Sri Ramakrishna said. Here there are not many. One is manifesting in various ways. So, all this to show that there are not many. It is one manifesting as many. Let him acquire plenty of food, and that is the vow. The earth is the food, and the ether is this we have already. Now, न कंचन वसतो प्रत्याचक्षित तद व्रतम तस्मात् यया कया च विषया बह्वन्नम प्राप्नुयात् आराध्यस्मा अन्नम इत्याचक्षते एतद् वै मुखतो अन्न राध्यम मुखतो अस्मान्न राध्यते. Let us go to translation. One, none seeking shelter should be turned away. This is the practice. People come and ask some help. Should we turn away? No. And that time, there was no telephone, no hotel business, and people would travel from one place to another, and wherever they would go, immediately they are entertained. So, because of this, because of our Shastra, how to practice that the divine is all pervading. Even when Atithi comes, Atithi means without any date. A guest comes without any information. Nowadays it is unthinkable gradually, but in villages still it is there. So, Atithi Devo Bhava. In the beginning we have studied. Atithi means the guest is divine. So this way one should see the whole creation. It is not different, but different expression of same truth. That is more important. So therefore, by whatever means, let him acquire much food. Not immoral means, of course, but there should be effort to gather or to get more food so that you can distribute, you can give to others. To Holy Mother, Sri Ramakrishna said, never make hands like this, always like this, always give. Swamiji also said, always be a giver. So, for him, food is ready, they say. So when a guest come, oh, come, food is ready. Take from fridge whatever you like. So, like two musicians came. Not here, in Australia. Here also they came. So I said, this is food. Whatever you want to eat, you eat. No need of information. We will otherwise, sometimes say, oh, you did not inform me. Food is for eating. Eat. If food is prepared in the best manner, food is given him also in the best manner. The thing, best manner means sattvic, sattva, rajas and tamas. Yatayamam gatarasam puti pariyuchitam chayat uchishtam api chamedham bhojanam tamasa priyam. That means stale or few days old. In that time there was no fridge. Yatayamam gatarasam, its sapidity has gone, dry, puti, and even it is smelling. Some people they might give, so that's not, that's tamasic. puti parjushitam uchishtam api, or eaten by somebody else. Chamidhyam bhojanam tamasapriyam. So such food should not be given. And what food should be given? That kattamla lavanatushna tikshna ruksha vidahina. That means katu, too bitter, amla, or too sour, and very hot or very cold. So all this to be avoided. Those who are rajasic, they like such food. Kattam lavnatushna tikshna ruksha vidahina bhojana tam rajasa priya. So like this, like sattvika. Sattvika, what is sattvika food? So which is I am forgetting the shloka, but which is very soothing to take, which is ayu sattva balaragya sukha priti vivardhana. Ayu, that means that increases your age. That means you are healthy. Sattva bala. Sattva bala means that positive qualities of strength comes to you. Ayu sattva balaragya sukha priti vivardhana, and that is, it gives you joy, and also it increases your affection. Sukha priti vivardhana. Rasya snigdha sthira aridya ahara sattvika. Rasya means it has that taste. You know that freshly cooked food has got better taste. If you keep it few hours or few days and then you eat it, you don't like it. So that means that has rasa. Rasa means sapidity. What is sapidity? Not liquidity. Rather, it has taste. That taste. Rasya snigdha. Snigdha means it is soothing. Hira, that gladdens your bhojanam sattvika priya. That means these are sattvic bhojan. That means sattvic food. So if the food is prepared in a medium manner, to him food is given also in the medium way. So one should give the sattvic, prepare in a sattvic way, not to be contaminated and not to be, like unwanted things or which is intoxicating, all kinds of things. Whatever is good, if you give good, you feel good. Okay. So if food is prepared in the best manner, food is given him also in the best manner. So prepared in a best manner and also offer that in a best manner. If the food is prepared in a medium manner, to him food is given also in medium manner. Another thing, another way it can be interpreted, whatever your attitude is, you get result that way. If you are with devotion, that's why when we ask people want to bring something, we say, okay, give it to Sri Ramakrishna, to Guru Maharaj. Why? Then while buying, you'll think about him. Or while cooking, you'll think about him. Then you bring here with devotion, offer. When you offer that, you feel good. It's not to please someone, but it is for offering to God, humble offering. So this is the way one should offer. But if the food is prepared in the lowest manner, food is also given to him in the lowest manner. He who knows this gets also similar results. The same thing repeated. Etadva annam radhyate ya evam veda. Okay. Let us read this note also. None seeking shelter should be turned away. Oh. None seeking shelter should be turned away. That is the vow. Therefore, by whatever means, let him acquire much food. For him, food is this we have done. When guests come, not only they should be given shelter, but also food. Hence, much food should be acquired for the purpose. That is the dharma of a householder. As the Shruti enjoins, and an inhospitable person is debarred from all good. The person who does not honor guests, so they don't get good results, both here and hereafter. By whatever means, that's the Shruti quotes here the custom of the wise and the virtuous. Whenever guests come to wise man's house, he never turns them away. On the other hand, always offers them food by saying that it is ready for them. So this is another reason why much food should be acquired. If food is prepared in the best manner and offered to the guest amply and with much courtesy and humility, the giver is blessed in return with ample food in the next life. Even this life also one can feel. Okay. Kshema iti vachi, yoga kshema iti pranapana. So kshema, two words are there, yoga and kshema. Yoga means adding. Something we don't have, so we add. You don't have iPhone, so you add an iPhone. So, and kshema means whatever we have, we are to maintain it. So yoga kshema iti pranapana. So here, yoga and kshema. Kshema means maintaining or keeping. So Brahman exists as well as well-being in speech. So if you speak well, then you are expressing that same Brahman. If someone utters, say, cuss word or swearing, etc., that is not good because he is misusing that power. So Brahman exists as well-being in speech, as acquisition and preservation in the pranas and apana, as activity in the hands, as the movement in the feet. So hand activities, do something good, and feet, walk for or walk to the better place. So you have come, say, all the way from there. So say, good. And as activity in the hands and as movement in the feet, as evacuation in the anus. Thus is the meditation of Brahman in reference to man. So, we have whatever organs that we have, all are to be dedicated to God or for higher purpose. Higher purpose. So this is the purpose of here. So evacuation. So vimukti, that means you have to think that whatever is not good, let them go away. So this is the vimukti. So kshema of the text means both the preservation or safety of a thing already in the possession, and also the general well-being of life. Kshema, yoga kshema. Ananyaschintayantu mam yujana paryupasate tesham nityabhijuktanam yoga kshemam bhamam. Sri Krishna said, those who are my devotees, they meditate on me without any expectation. I carry the burden for such a person. Yoga kshemam. What I carry? Whatever he does not have, I provide. And whatever he has, I protect that. You know, Tulsi Das, a great poet. So in a heart, he had few things, some utensils, etc. So he was not mindful. But a thief came in the night and wanted to steal. But they saw two young men. And as he approached, they also wanted to, the bow, spread the bow. Be careful, because you will be killed. Then he went away. Midnight he came, again he found this. And for a few days he saw that. Two young men with bow and arrows, and they were guarding. And then he could not understand who these two people are. So one day he came to Tulsidas. He said, "Sir, I wanted to steal your things, but two young men, he guards your house." Then he thought, two young men, yes, young men with bow and arrows. He thought Rama and Lakshmana. So he said, "Okay, you brother, you take this away." Because he thought that he was troubling God in the form of Rama and Lakshmana. He said, "Take this away." So that man, later he became a good person, because he could see Rama and Lakshmana. For Tulsidas, it took lots of time. He was doing tapasya, penance, and then he wrote Ramcharitmanas, but his longing was to see Rama and Lakshmana and Sita. And he used to give discourses. And one gentleman would come, a very old and also like sickly, would come in the beginning and would go at the end. So, what happened? Let me tell you the whole story, very nice story. Tulsidas used to go for ablution in the morning. So, remaining water he would pour under a tree. One day, that the water was not there. So, he wanted to pour, but there was no water. Then came a Brahma Daiti. Brahma Daiti means like some soul appeared before him, or oracle came. And then, "Sir, I was cursed and I was living here, and I used to get your water for soothing purposes. But now I think my karma is over, that's why today you don't have water. So please ask one boon from me." So Tulsidas could not find what to ask. But later he could understand, yes, I have one thing to ask. Please arrange my realization so that I can see Rama, Lakshmana and Sita. He said, "This is not in my capacity. I cannot give you this. But I can tell you, when you say Rama Katha, one gentleman comes in the beginning and he leaves at the end. He is Hanuman. And Hanuman, Swami Brahmananji also had realization of Hanuman. He saw Hanuman. That temple is very, very powerful, in Varanasi. So Hanuman, so catch hold of him. He can make you. See Rama, Lakshmana and Sita. So next day he saw that gentleman came and went away. And he could not find him. But next day he caught hold of him. And he said, "Dear sir, I know who you are. So you please have compassion on me and please arrange so that I can see Rama, Lakshmana and Sita." So he said, no, not here. So go to, there is another place where Rama, at the time of exile, he stayed there for. So he went there, Chitrakoot. But one day, two young men came on horse, and they asked Tulsidas the way, and he said that this way. So Hanuman came later and said, "Those two were Rama and Lakshmana," but he could not recognize. So he caught hold of his feet and said, "No, you have to show me." Then he said, "Okay, next time I'll come, and Rama and Sita will be there. I'll be a monkey, and they'll play monkey. I'll dance around." So this way, Tulsidas had to wait for long. Then only he could see Rama, Sita and Lakshmana. Whereas this thief, he saw them. So he became a great devotee later. So let us come back. So yoga kshema. Yoga and kshema. Whatever you do not have, God provides that. If you wholeheartedly remember Him, meditate on Him, devote yourself to Him. And whatever you are possessing, He protects that. But the devotees, they are not bothered about it. Things of the world, they'll come and go. We should not forget God. That is more important thing. So anyway, we'll go forward. Brahman should be meditated upon as the power of acquisition and preservation. So everything is Brahman. Okay, what we do, we should not be callous. That is for sure. Say, Tulsidas gave away all those things because he thought, I am troubling God. You should not give away. But not to worry about too much. People are worried. What will happen? Oh, my car, or this and that. When we meditate on God, everything comes. One should not be idle. That means one should be alert. Alertness is also godliness. So all this is to cultivate awareness, consciousness and bliss. So this is for everyday work, that whatever we do, that should be dedicated to God. That should be, it is not fool's paradise. Sri Ramakrishna scolded Yogananda Maharaj because he was asked to buy a pan, and he bought a pan which was cracked. Then Sri Ramakrishna said, you should have checked it before buying. You may be a devotee. Should you be a fool? No. God has given this power. So you have to apply that power of intellect. So, what is the point? Point is, in our day-to-day activities, we have to cultivate awareness. We have to be alert. So suppose you are driving, you miss the way. No, you are not alert. Or suppose there is a red sign. Accident might happen. So one should be aware of that. So, I am a devotee. Means I am a callous person. No, that's not devotee. So this is the way it is being said. Even evacuation, that one should be aware of that. Okay. Brahman should be meditated upon as the power of acquisition and preservation of things which exists in the vital energies in the prana and the apana. Prana, apana. So everything is Brahman, even the breathing. Without the prana and the apana, and for the matter of that, all the other aspects of vital energy, life is impossible. It is not possible to acquire and preserve anything in life. Now another thing, something you have to leave all the time. If you see, I am taking breath, I don't want to leave it, then this body will die. So you have to breathe in and breathe out. If you think I have to eat only, then also the same thing. So it should be evacuated also. What is not required. So things, you have money, you have to donate also. Whatever comes, if you make it stagnant, that's not the way. It should be a flow. Otherwise, I say Columbia River, if it accumulates only that dam is there, then it will break open. So you have to release also. In all situations, we have to remember God. That is the point. Brahman should be meditated upon as the power of acquisition and preservation of things which exists in the vital energies of the prana and apana. Without the prana and apana, and for the matter of that, all the other aspects of the vital energy, life is impossible. It is not possible to acquire and preserve anything in life. And this power of acquisition and preservation of the prana, etc., is derived from Brahman. Hence, is the injunction of the meditation. So, in all situations, we have to think of God, and things will come, things will go. Similarly, the power of activity, which is possessed by the hands and the motion existing in the legs, are also due to Brahman. Even the power of the excretory organs, which by their proper function maintain the health of the body. Those people who have no evacuation suffer tremendously, is also due to the Brahman. Hence, he should be meditated upon as such. Thus is the meditation, etc. Atha Devi. Now, this is physical. Now divine. Atha Devi. Triptiriti Vrishto. Vrishti means rain. When it rains, see how hot weather is. If it is a shower, we say, oh, we are satisfied. Balamiti Vidduti. And when there is, what is that called? Shining. That is there. No, it's like that. Balamiti Vidduti. Vidduti means lightning. Yeah, lightning. So lightning. So great power. So this is all are various expression of divine. Yasheshi Pashushu. Now follows the contemplation in reference to the celestial. Devi. Devi means whatever shines. Deva Dotanavan. Principles. Here celestial, when somewhere there, not that way. Whatever is principle, the principle of gravity, principle of light, it's a principle of light, that's why we are able to see each other. Then auditory principles, so we can hear each other, see tremendous power. All are expression of same divine. Rain, in the rain, satisfaction in the rain, as power in the lightning, as fame in cattle, as light in the stars, as procreation, immortality. Like a child is born, so procreation is also important. Like brahmacharya is, we have to see the life in totality, not in a particular way. Even Swamiji said that I very much appreciate sannyasa, brahmacharya, but I have only one point against it. The best of the human specimen goes away from the society without leaving the representation. So, you see, we have to see from that standpoint. Everything has its meaning. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says that dharma viruddha bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. Even desire, even the act of procreation, which is not against morality. So it should be moral, it should be, yes, that also our scriptures gives that sanction. Otherwise what will happen? There will be no next generation. The humanity will be extinct. So that is also required. As procreation, immortality and joy in the generative organ, as all in the sky. So these are principles that we have to hold fast. And all this is in the system. In the system means it is divine, expressed in so many forms. And in those also one should meditate, one should be aware of one's real nature. That is the point. Let him meditate upon that as the support. And here one thing, immortality. It is relative immortality. It's not, that, say with us, whole humanity, right from the unicellular, the same thing is going on, coming here. And as you know, the fetus, it lives life right from unicellular to the multicellular, and the whole history it lives. So let him meditate upon that as the support, and he will be endowed with support. Let him meditate upon that as the great, and he will be possessed with greatness. So as we see, as we cultivate, we grow, we expand our horizon. See, it is not parochial, it's not like with blinkers. Such a wonderful, expression that in all things of the of this projected world, it has the same reality behind. Let him meditate upon that as the support, and he will be endowed with support. Let him meditate upon that as the great, and he will be possessed with greatness. Let him meditate upon that as mind, and he will be endowed with mental vigor. Whatever way, yo yatha mam prapaddante tangs tathaiva bhajamyaham. whatever way you worship God or you cultivate yourself, you become that. A person wants to be a doctor, he becomes a doctor. A person wants to be a monk, he becomes monk. So, you yat shraddha sa eva saha. Whatever shraddha that we have, we become that. So, greatness. Let him meditate upon that as mind, and he will be endowed with mental vigor. Let him meditate upon that as obeisance, and all objects of desire will do obeisance to him. Let him meditate upon that as the Supreme Lord, and he will be endowed with supremacy. Let him meditate upon that as the destructive aspect of Brahman, and all those enemies who hate him will die around him, abound him, and around him with will die also, those foes whom he likes not. tat pratishtham upasita pratishthavan bhavati tanmah ityupasita mahan bhavati tanmana ityupasita manavan bhavati tannama ityupasita namyante asmai kamaha tad brahmityupasita brahmavan bhavati tad brahmana parimara ityupasita paryena mriyante dvishanta sapatna iti ye priya bhratribhya. So, I think time today. So, this is the way, whatever way you worship, you get that same thing. That is why it is better to worship as God. Worship means, again, not only like offering some flowers, but by cultivating that attitude. That is the importance. So, any question? Akshay?
Yes.
I think he has left.
Yes. Like
Eh?
we worship as incarnation. So
So,
then
just a minute, just a minute. Can you make loud? Eh?
like we worship as incarnation. So then we become like that.
No, I could not follow.
We we meditate on it as incarnation.
Ah, if you
Then
meditate on God as incarnation, you will become incarnation. No, I just. Um, could you understand? Huh? Okay. The thing is, incarnation of God is a help for us. As Sri Krishna said, that I am unborn, but still I create myself. Why? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. For the welfare of good and destruction of bad. And not only that, he said that abhyaktam vyaktimapanyam manyante mam abuddhaya. I am abhyakta, unmanifested. And people of less understanding, they think that I am a person. See, you have been given an image and also a name because you don't know what is truth. And God has given you great help to meditate on a form. As you go on meditating, says Sri Ramakrishna here, as you go on meditating, then you'll find he is not a human being. The divine. So his name is also given. If you go on meditating on name, then the glory of name will be covered, will cover you. So, if you meditate on an incarnation, you become that. That is why this the meditation is given. As of now, one may think I am this person, so and so. I have these qualities. But in reality, when you are meditating on a divine form, you become that. You'll forget that you are a small being. Alpagatta kshudratva will go. Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta, Svabhava. You are eternal. You are pure. You are enlightened. Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta, and you are free. So this idea will come. What is incarnation otherwise? This is the incarnation, who is eternal, who is pure, who is free, and who is in bliss. That is incarnation. And if you meditate on him, this will come to you. So this is the, see, nice question. Very good question, very nice. Very good. Okay, so we'll stop here. Okay, we'll break for summer, and we'll meet in September. Okay, it is too hot. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tatsat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Okay, we'll have tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and also Sunday. We'll have this. And then we'll break. Thank you for nice question. Even I enjoy his question.